that you do not get anywhere near the fence. Methanol is a fuel you cannot see burning when it goes up in flames. The last thing we want to see is somebody go up, in a big hiss and roar of flames. So please be aware of that. As I said, something has broken on Daniel Ennis. He's not having a very good night, Daniel.
He's not, no, he's not. And of course, parents, do keep your kids back from the fence as well when the racing's happening for that obvious reason.
Now, of course, Daniel Anderson is a bit of a seasoned campaigner when it comes to racing, which is a bit unusual for him not to be sort of a wee bit on form. He goes off to Canada and the US every year. Usually spends a good amount of 2, maybe 3 months over there. He's actually got a wee race car team over there.
Really?
Yep, so...
racing sprint cars over there?
Sprint cars and 360s, I'm led to believe. So there's a couple of different types of class of sprint car and Wiggler sprints they race over there, but they do run Wind 410 and Wind 360s, I do believe, of which he has both. So, and he goes over there and races over there Skagit Speedway for those people that are familiar with Skagit's the home really were likes of Jonathan Allard, and we had Barry Martinez that come here a couple of years ago, also races there as well. So Daniel's, all he's got is a flat tyre, which is enough to put you out really. And these guys will be up and go away on the next lap. Single file restart, 64 Matt Honeywell, the 99 car there of Steve Thompson behind him, 88 Jason Scott, 75 Chris Gerard, 69 car is Brett Sutherland, behind him 95 is Ray Ball. And we go back to the next of the Hydrolit machines, which is the 11 car of Steve Sutherland. Then further down the field we'll see the 73 car of Sean Ashton, and right at the rear of the field the 92 car of Caleb Brooks. So the green flag is being lifted as we speak as they make their way up into Master Guard turn 3 and 4. Matt Honeywell had a good start. Let's see if we can get that good start again now as he comes off into the front straight. Wants to put up and racing. Also dropping down quite a bit. It's only one car that's struggling. Jason Scott.
Oh, well, I was just trying to be charitable to the man, but okay. That's why Jason Scott's having difficulty controlling the rear end of his car, because it's starting to get a little bit slippery out there. The lap times have dropped down from lap times on the first or second laps were in the 16.7, 16.8, 17-second mark. And these last laps we've been doing more up in the high 18s to 19. So it just goes to show how the track conditions can affect the lap time quite dramatically.
Everybody's on the same track and everybody should be driving to the conditions. It's really that simple. And this is what happens in sprint cars. You don't have a lot of time to react, and if you do overcook it a wee bit, you're never going to get it back. It's just got to go. You're pretty much a passenger from that point. So They'll probably do another lap, and you're exactly right, Tony, but a lot of these guys race big fields of sprint cars up in the North Island. With Jason Scott surprises me because he's done a lot of racing at Western Springs Speedway over the years, not so much recently, but certainly earlier on in the piece when he started getting sprint cars up and running down on the South Island. He's pretty much the reasons why there's so many good sprint cars around. You know, he's used to racing on slick tracks, and in some cases Western Springs can't even put on a goat track, let alone a racetrack. So, you know, so these guys are well seasoned into what they, you know, these slick tracks and stuff. So let's see how they go from here. 64 Matt Honeywell, he's getting frustrated, just wants the race over. Green flag is up. We've only done 4 laps as we get ready to go racing. Right, let's see what we get to race now. Starting to get a wee bit closer, back behind 95 Ray Moore, and we're challenging it now to drag this on through the pink news, making his way back up again. Steve Thompson, the 99 car, coming off turn 4 Mastercard. It is our lead car, 64 that's pulling the cars the wrong way, and anyway, but the wheel's pointing in the right direction for some of them. Never mind, the other guys in the field racing pretty well, aren't they? There was a couple of good laps there, a couple of good laps from the restart to where we had to stop again. Honeywell certainly doing the business out front, looking very, very sharp, but I also like the look of that Chris Gerard, his car looking pretty safe and solid out there too. Okay, so there we go, 64 Matt Honeywell. We've done 5 laps now, so we only gained 1 more after that last lot, so let's hope we get this finished before 12. Yeah, it's looking their way. It's a bit of a messy racing in some of the grades though, hasn't it really?
It has been a difficult night, you know, with that northwest wind blowing today and that being the second night of a 2-day meeting. Track's always going to take a bit of a pounding, and I think it's caught some of the drivers out, both in terms of setup and in terms of car control on the night. They've gone about the business the usual way they like to, but the track hasn't really allowed them to do that with the same security and grip that they're used to.
Okay, so we've got 64 Matt Honeywell up there in first spot, 75 Chris Gerard, 99 Steve Thompson, 95 Ray Moore. We go back behind them, it's the 69 car of Brett Sutherland, behind him 11 Steve Sutherland. Then we go back to the 88 car of Jason Scott, 73 Sean Ashton is the way they'll line them up as they come off turn number 3 and 4. Green flag is up, we should be up and underway in racing, and that's exactly what we're going to do. Racing we go to turn number 3. Someone's going to be late on the brakes, he just about collects it, he's going to go around. No 2 ways about that, I'm telling you. This is just sorry, James.
Well, it's not. You just say I can see the wind's picked up an awful lot just in the last few minutes there, Jason, with those flags in the middle. And I suspect that there's probably from the angle of those flags, as they come off turn 3 and go through the middle of Mastercard, that's where they really hit that wind. And I wonder if that really strong wind is starting to unsettle the cars a bit in that part of the track.
Potentially, but this is the slowest part of the track for them too though, so you know, you'd think there wouldn't be too much of an impact there. I think 69's just had enough. He's going to push his car and he was very late under brakes. I could see what he was trying to do, and for the most part of it, it was paid off, but it's just when he put the power back down again, it didn't want to know. So 69 car of Brett Sutherland gets pushed to the infield now. 64 Matt Honeywell. Now what do we get? How many laps? No, we didn't complete another lap, so we're still
sitting on 5.
Sitting on 5 laps. Right, green flag is up. Racing.